afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. This is your lady with the P, the lady with the yet intellecting gist, the lady with the educating thoughts, the lady with the soul motivating and spirit uplifting gist. We are here again today. This is another edition of Growing with Peculiar Sunday edition. We are all happy to be here, and we, the crew of Growing with Peculiar, will say thank you for making us to be here, because we wouldn't be here if you were not here. Thank you for turning on the notification bell. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here with us. We are gradually growing. The community is growing, and we are here to say thank you. Today was Thanksgiving, so yeah, in that same spirit, I would just have to come and say thank you to everybody that's made us to get to this level. And in case you've not joined me, in case you've not enjoyed this beauty, what we used to have here every Sunday, I beg with you, I plead with you that you join, you open and join the notification and turn on the notification bell, so that you get acquainted, you get updated with our gist every Sunday. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday. Hope you enjoyed your day. Hope you're going to enjoy the rest of the Sunday and even the rest of the holidays for those that are in Nigeria. And we have to here to say we would still continue our series we've been running for like 2 weeks now, and I think this is the third week. God help me, this is going to be the last part of that series. And we, like we said, and we all know the topic is dealing with addictions. And we've seen how to deal with addictions as an individual. We've seen how to deal with addictions in relationships, which was what we did last week. We've also seen, today we are going to see how to deal with addictions in business. Why are we bringing in business? Because we know life should be all round. So anything, since we always talk about life, we have to do, because we've come to realize that these addictions are in all these spheres of life. So we have to see how to deal with them and also how to overcome it to have a better life. As the tradition is here in Growing Popular, you all know that what we used to say, that what you don't define, you don't refine. So we have to, even if we have defined addictions for the past how many days we've been running this series, we still have to define addictions again. And what do we say is addiction? Last week, you know, we always define in layman terms, okay? So we'll have to define it in a layman term this time also. We said, what is addiction? Addiction is something you will always want to do in every 24 hours. In every 24 hours, you will always want to do that thing. So how will you deal with these things that are unhealthy, that are ungood, that are unpracticable for your business, and as such will not help your business to grow? There are many addictions. There are many. They are the foxes in the vines that we must treat, that we must remove in order to help us grow. So what are these addictions in businesses? Some people are addicted to going to their place of business late. Very, very bad. Like they used to say, I could remember they said that punctuality is the soul of business. Don't forget, I come from a very deep-rooted business background. Even if you feel I'm not running business, but I am running business one way or the other. I come from a very deep-rooted business background. Punctuality is the soul of business. Most business owners, most business people are not addicted to going to their place of business early. They are not. You see them, they'll just be lagging. They'll just be rigmaroling in their house. One way or the other, they tend to go to their place of business late. Some of these business owners are also addicted to selling in debt. How will you sell in debt and want to grow? You will not grow. You will not grow. Because when you have to give the turnover back, your capital is not there. So what will you do? So these are the few things we want to see how to deal with them. We have a lot, like we know. We have a whole lot. We have a lot of them. A lot. And we have carefully looked for plenty of them. and how to deal with them. We have here dealing with addictions in business can be very challenging. Can be very, very challenging. You know, it's not easy to be used to something and you just want to stop. It's not easy. It takes the grace of God. It takes you as an individual to want to stop this. So that is why we've come today to let us to see how we can stop these things that are unhealthy for us. These things that will not make us to grow. You want to know? You want to see? Okay, follow me. Let's get to see. You have to recognize the problem. You know, most of us wallow in problems, but we don't know that it's a problem. We swim in this problem like the one I mentioned earlier, debt and going to place of business late. Some people don't know that going to their place of business late is a problem. Some also don't know that giving debt is a problem. Some people don't know. What they know is I'm running, that is my own style of running my business. Anybody that does not come to my place of business by when I open should go. After there are other places to buy from. And you say you want to grow, you will not grow now. There's what we call competition in business. You have to compete. Because it might be your customer, even if you feel there are thousands and one person out there, like Facebook said that there are 3 billion people on Facebook. And everybody that day, I could see everybody that day were saying that if you're a business person, you have 3 billion persons to sell to. It's a lie. How can you sell to 3 billion persons? Even Mark Zuckerberg, even the owner of Facebook, I wanted to say, does not have a product that he can sell to 3 billion persons. Well, I wouldn't know. You have to compete for the people that want to buy. You have to compete. So as much as you want to sell on your terms, and you want to do business on your terms also, it is also good for you to know, number one, you recognize this problem. You recognize it that me going to my place of business late is a problem. It is from me selling to my customers in debt is a problem. Me talking to my customers casually, it's a problem. Because most of these things, we tend to do them more often. So anything you do in every 24 hours is an addiction. Like we define, isn't it? So, what do you do to it? You recognize it as a problem. After recognizing, you offer support. As you're offering support, you offer support in the sense that you start changing. You look for things that will help you, like alarm. If you know you go to your place of business late, you look for alarm. You set alarm. If you want to go to your place of business by 6, you set alarm such that will wake you by at least 4:30. Then you run whatever you want to run. If you're a mother that cares for her children, or you still have toddlers, they will go to school, you have some things to do. You set your time within this time to always achieve them before, by 6 you leave to your place of business. As such, you will be able to meet up, and as you're meeting up, you're also dealing with that addiction. Have you seen? Okay, let's go. You also set boundaries. I think I have almost said it in offering support. You set boundaries, like in the place of debt, when your customers come. You can write it boldly, emphatically, that no credit today, please come tomorrow. Like I remember in my mother's place of business, there used to be a paper there, they used to write it. But nevertheless, people, they were still debt. We know debt is one of those components of business. It helps it grow. But if you don't know how to handle debt, it brings you down. Yes, it tends to bring you down when you don't know how to handle it. You set boundaries to all of those things, those foxes in your vines that will bring you down. So you set boundaries to them. And what do we have here? You encourage accountability. Yes. I can remember also then, we used to have a book we used to write. Anything we sell, we write it. It was not that maybe my mom was checking, maybe if we were spending the money or not casually, but it helped to check for accountability, to know the goods and products that we have run out of stock. You understand? So not that when you're ordering, so that you will know what to order when you want to order again. It helps us to check for accountability in a bid to want to deal with addictions in businesses. And at the same time, you provide resources. In wanting to deal with addictions, most of the time your addictions, since addictions sometimes is always at the adverse, must have taken us to a part where our resources must have gone down the drain. Well, it's unfortunate, but there are other ways to also improve on our resources. We can have our savings, because we, as a business person, you should have your savings. Yes. And their family and friends, their gifts, then you reimburse it in a place where debt has almost carried away all your capital. You can as well reimburse the business and make it grow. As such, since you've set boundaries to all those loopholes, to all those foxes in the vines of your business, it wouldn't happen again. So at this time, after setting the boundaries, you reimburse the business. At this time, it will come out and stand strong. And what do we have here? The final one, while providing resources, you also provide resources for your employees. You know, some business owners don't even like paying their employees. They don't. But most of these things are the addictions you have to deal with in your business that will also help you grow. I used to have a friend that owned a firm. Most of his workers live unpaid. He wouldn't pay them. So one time or the other, his place of business was dwindling. He wouldn't have customers, he wouldn't have clients. Most times this is workers that goes out. They don't say good thing about him. You understand? So in turn, one or two persons are hearing. So he is one way or the other pursuing his future clients, his future customers away. So anybody that works with you, when you are reimbursing your resources, you also always make sure your employees are one of your criteria, are one of your top priorities you handle when dealing with addictions. So if you have been addicted not paying your employees, please, you do away with it. Start paying your employees. It will help their productivity. It will help them to harness all their strength into your business for you to grow. Yes. And the last one we have here is maintain confidentiality. It's not everything you have to tell everybody in your place of business. Every business has its own secret. How best to know you're doing it, keep doing it best. But you would not, yes, you would want to know, you want people to see you're transparent and open. But at the same time, what fits you, you have to make sure you're keeping it confidential. Let it just be within and among few persons that are in the business should know what makes the business grow, and what is keeping you people in business. Business is very sweet. It's one of those things God taught us to do, because God himself is a businessman. Yes, he's a businessman. God does not deal with things that our God does not lose. So a good businessman is just like his God. You shouldn't lose. So some of these addictions that we must have been addicted to must have been one of the reasons why we were losing, why the customers, the clients were not coming. So if you will be able to deal with these things, with like going late to your place of business, talking casually to your customers, taking and giving debt, or some people go as far as taking loans that affect their business. You grow the business, grow it. Don't be addicted to taking outrageous loans that you know definitely you will not be able to pay up. So as such, it will crash your business. So all these are those addictions we have to deal with in our place of business, in order for us to grow, in order for us to be able to always be there in our place of business every other time. and you maintain one place. Some people are addicted to moving from year to year to year to year. If there is anything you can do for yourself, if you can get a permanent place of business, you do it. It's very good. It helps you to retain your customers. It helps you to be in the mind of your customer, because they will always say, oh, let me go to that place, I will see this one. And what a joy will it be when they come there and still see you there. So let us not be addicted to moving from one place to another as business people. Let's always be in our position of business that we have cited to stay right from the inception of the business. I know life eventualities, insecurities, a lot of things setting in life anyway, but even at that, if it's what it is avoidable, let's try to avoid it. Most of these things are the addictions we will be able to that will help us to be a better business people, and also at the same time help us to deal with all those addictions in our place of business. With this, we have come to an end of this series dealing with addictions. We've been able to see how to deal with addictions as an individual. We've seen how to deal with addictions in relationships. We've also seen how to deal with addictions in business, which we had today. Thank you for joining. Thank you for staying true to the end of this session of Glory Peculiar, dealing with addictions this Sunday. Thank you. Till we see next week Sunday. Next week Sunday, you need to expect the bump that is coming also. You know, we always have yet scintillating gist. See you Sunday next week. As for those in Nigeria, keep enjoying your holidays. Bye bye.